First, I'm sorry about the background noise. I have a ton of kids, but I want to show you Leon's room. So we were able to get Leon a medical bed, but getting insurance companies to pay for that, it's super hard. So we actually got one from a friend, but you can find these really easy on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace. So if you need a hospital bed, super cheap or super easy to find online. Most of the time they're free or they're super cheap. You can also buy them on Amazon. I've seen the frame is like $3,000, and we got a low air loss mattress that's like another $250. So it's doable with the adoption subsidy or the foster care subsidy. I normally have a camera pointed at Leon in his room, and that is really important because our kids can't communicate. And so as great as your home health nurses may be, at least I don't always trust them. So we've taken the camera down just because we've repaired the wall. But they are very well aware that in the new house, the camera is going up. And I don't say that to them because I don't trust them, but that's the reality is I don't trust anybody because my kid can't talk. We have a cabinet next to his bed that where we keep most of like the green little binders there is from the home health company because they always want to check that stuff when they come. But also this right here is what I shouldn't turn my camera. I won't do that. This is what I affectionately call the if I die wall. And this is in case the way unfortunate event, we've never had to do this, but if we ever had to code Leon, if we ever had to do CPR, one of the things is you can't do CPR on a low air loss mattress. So this is our backboard. Really, it's just a cutting board from Target. And I specifically got one that had the little handle so that I could mount it to the wall. And then we have our bag valve mask device as well as our emergency trachs. We have a cap there. A cap works in case you're trying to bag through the mouth, or if you're having trouble bagging, you can put a cap over the trach and you can bag through the mouth. And so that's there. That was kind of an advanced skill. I don't know that I would recommend that for a non-medical family, but you can see is the extra trachs I used to have when I was more concerned. Leon went through a period where his trach was really hard to get in, and so I used to actually keep a 4.0 trach. He has a 4.0 like Vanessa does. But I used to keep a 4.0 on the wall that was sitting in lubricant. That way, if we ran into an emergency, we could just quickly put it in. This is where life gets a little bit more fun. He's got his pole there. We have his chest vest. Hopefully Vanessa's got a chest vest. That'll help with the pneumonia issues. If she doesn't, knock on wood, I can get you one. I can also help. His pulse oxes, which again, we don't really use anymore, but they're down there. They probably shouldn't be wrapped up like that because it's not really good for an emergency. His suction machine's at his bed, and I have it in a way that it's just easy to unplug and take with us. And then this is a filing cabinet, but we don't have, let's see if it's unlocked. We use it for all of our meds. And then when we have other kiddos in the house, we don't really have anybody in the house right now that we're concerned about, but sometimes we have foster kids that we're concerned about, and technically in foster care they have to be locked up, so that's slap on my hand. But if I actually have a child in my home that I'm concerned about, it's locked and it's just easy. The other cool thing that we did, so like Vanessa, Leon's got his humidified tubing, but it's super loud, so we just took the door handle off the cabinet, and this was actually another special needs parent that taught me this trick. It wasn't something I thought of. And then I'll show you that in a second, but then we just run the tubing through the door, and then the humidifier does have to have space to breathe, so we put it on a stand, and then it's there, and then that way he can sleep at night and we don't have to hear it, to be perfectly honest. And then we put shelves up that way in his closet, that way everything's just like super easy to get at. And one of the great things is we let our home health nurses kind of organize this stuff because they use it more than we do, but we have one home health nurse that's really good at organization. Syringes. I was always running out of syringes when I was a new foster parent, and so I just bought these on Amazon, and it was super cheap. This box came with like I think over 100 or maybe 100, and it didn't cost that much. It was maybe I don't know, maybe $20 or something. And those are the 10cc BD syringes because those are the only ones that fit the G tube. And that particular box I've now had for, I don't know, probably at least 4 years, and it's probably still got at least 20 in there. And then Yeah, I think that's it. But even if you see something in the video that you have questions about, don't hesitate asking.